Hiking Sycamore Canyon Wilderness Park, the Upper Loop. Parking is at Emil Moore Nature Center, which is 1.5 miles from I-215 via the Central Avenue exit. The difficulty rating for the hike is easy to moderate. Difficulty ratings explained. The hike begins. Starting out by staying right to begin a counterclockwise loop. Some interesting trailhead signage. The park spans 1,424 acres, therefore hiking options are plentiful. The land was originally an olive grove. Emil Moore was a prominent advocate for preserving the open space. Staying right to maintain a wide loop. The hike heads up to an overlook point. Reaching the unnamed high point. Overlooking Riverside with the high point 360. Continuing along the western edge of the loop. Reaching a junction and continuing right towards the park's edge. The trail descends into a canyon. Nearing the canyon floor where a creek is lined with many trees. Approaching the creek. I found the creek roaring at the crossing point. So instead of crossing, I spent a little time appreciating the creek. Instead of sticking to a wide loop of the park, I called a hiking audible and returned to the inner loop. This involved returning to the previous junction. Back at the junction and proceeding right. I maintained a looping pattern towards another high point. Glancing down towards the creek where there is even a palm grove. Approaching the high point. Reaching the high point at about 1,600 feet of elevation. Making the high point visit official. Along with the Summit 360. The summit shot. Heading east to continue the loop. This leads towards the eastern boundary where there is ample development. Making a left to return along the eastern boundary. This edge of the park has some nice vantage points. Approaching overlook benches. This is actually the highest point on the hike at about 1,672 feet. From there, it is downhill the rest of the way back to the start. Leaving the eastern boundary to conclude the loop. The park is touted as the largest open space city reserve west of the Mississippi. Probably a technicality though, since an internet search says otherwise. Still, it is a large park that was only partially visited on this video. Mission accomplished. The hike in review. The hike starts at the MacLeod Nature Center. Although there is no rule as far as direction to go, I went right to begin a counterclockwise loop. The intent was for a wide loop, but ultimately it became an inner loop. After visiting a creek and some high points, I concluded the loop.